Box Lounge. This video is going to be a little bit of a combination of two things. Number one is a review of this kit, and the second is going to be a demonstration by the amazing Crisco, who will attempt to fit two of these kits into one box. So here's the story on this one. Actually, not this box, but this kit. I bought it at a yard sale. And the box smelled like cat pee. So I threw it away because I don't want to smell cat pee. And there's actually a couple cat hairs on this, but no biggie. As you can see, it's been painted. A fairly decent job on the paint job too, even though they didn't primer it. And I think it would have been a whole lot nicer had they primered it. But even so, it's still not too awful bad. So as far as the review goes, the bodies on these do have some fairly nice details. There's a little bit of trim work down there. It says 327, I think. So the beauty of these kits, of these 66 Chevy Novas, and then, by the way, this is kit number 636. The beauty of these kits is all the goodies you get with them. You get a pair of slicks, and you get this tubbed out undercarriage, which, as you can see, is pretty much just a rectangle and can be adapted to fit many vehicles. So whenever you see one of these kits, if you're a guy that likes to tub stuff out or make gassers or whatever, racing type vehicles, anytime you see one of these kits less than, say, 15 bucks, it's a good thing to grab it, because you'll need all these parts. They're already, you know, there's a ready-made tub, a racing interior, and other accoutrements that go along with customizing a stock car into a race car. The couple other features that I like is that you get two engines, but one of them, let me see if I can focus on this. One of the engines is just a partial, but you get the stand that it goes on, and the engine has all the lifters and whatnot. You can see it. Okay, so like I said, racing interior, tubbed undercarriage. So here we have a tree with some racing parts, fender wells, firewall. The dashboard is just a simple plate that you would find in a stock car. Then we have some hood hinges. That's always unique. And here's that engine that sits up on the stand. And it's got pretty good detail and excellent texture on things. It's an awesome little thing. I guess that's the stand next to it there. Of course, underneath the hood, they've got it cut out so you can put a blower on it. And destroyed the awesomeness of that texture underneath. But what are you going to do? So there's some suspension parts there. These almost look like, you know, when they upgrade a kit, they throw in the upgraded parts. But I don't see any other suspension parts that it would be replacing. So, but they're pretty fine. There's almost zero flash on them. Here's there's some seats. They give you a seat. I guess you can take a look at the box. Why is there a back seat? I guess you can put a rear seat in there if you want, or maybe you can put a bench seat in the front. Plain Jane interior there, since it is in fact a racing car. Bucket seats, two-piece bucket seats. That's odd. You don't see that very often. Not that it's undesirable, it's just odd. Alright, so there's our tiny little axle for the rear. We got some headers there. I wonder if they stick out. I wonder where they stick out at. Oh, they just go back to the back. They don't stick out underneath the fenders like I thought they might. So there's some heavy-duty undercarriage bits, and there's our engine. And here's our chrome sheet. Looking pretty good. I don't see any grit under the chrome. Seeing some pretty good details. Got some of those wheelie bar things. The rims look okay. This is an excellent chrome tree. I'm a bit surprised by that, really. I don't know why. And our windshields. No scratches, no cracks. Oh, I spoke too soon. There is some scratches, some scuff marks on the windshield. As we can see, this bag is busted up a little bit. I'm betting it was riding against something for a while. But it is, a lot of it's on this corner here that'll be covered up by a column, a windshield column. So I guess that will be, part of it will be covered up anyhow. So here's the decals. They're sealed up, and I've actually got them on another vehicle. So I'll show you them on the other vehicle. In the meantime, here are the instructions. They give you some important notes here. You should probably read before you cut your thumb off. Courtier des losers. I'm going to translate that. It's a hobby knife. Courtier des losers. That's a hobby knife there. Okay, so there's the engine and the other thing. More engine and more engine down at the bottom. And then we've got some interior. Nope. Chassis type stuff, firewalls. All of which you could completely put into another body if necessary. Like I said, it's fairly generic and it could be easily altered. And that is why I love this kit so much, because it has all the parts you need to just put another body on this frame. After you've, of course, made yourself a Chevy Nova. And use the real body. You can grab one of your other kits for the next project that you need to dub out. Okay, so this body, this is a tester of mine, and I wrote on there sanding tester. The experiment I had was to make something that the paint was faded and wearing off of. And that's what this is. I applied various decals over a gloss. Well, you know what? Let me back up. I painted the entire thing brown. And then I went through and gave it some darker brown patches with the airbrush here and there and everywhere. And then I might have speckled on some really dark patches by maybe like taking the brush and going whoop, 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 and flicking paint on it. I may have done that. I don't think that I did though. But I'm seeing something down here that suggests I did something like that. So after I did that, I painted over it white, and then I gently sanded back the white to reveal the brown underneath. And then I went around and with orange in the airbrush and went around the perimeters of all the places I had sanded through the white. And my big question was, how does that affect decals? Does it look like they are painted on and have become rubbed off, much like the paint? And for the most part, yes, that is what happened. As you can see up here, I was able to burn through the decal in a convincing way. The problem was, you can see a bit of the carrier material, the clear covering, and it also affected how close I could get to the letters themselves, because I would have had to have sanded through the clear there. You can see there's a white line, there's a white space in between the decal top, well, the print, and the rusty patch. Same thing over here. This is an old decal that had yellow carrier film, and these are some invasion stripes from a World War II aircraft. I mean, the more I look at this thing, like I had completely forgotten about this thing. When I opened up this box to decide to put the other one into it, I discovered this. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot all about that. So here are the decals that come with the kit. You get these stripes with that squiggly 1990s looking graphic and whatever that is. Oh no, that's part of the trim. So yeah, this whole side is the decal, is the kit decals. And now, the amazing Kreskin will cram 2 kits into one box. And his secret is, he's going to cut the parts off the tree and cram them into a bag. Except for this, which is for a diorama in the very near future. So that's it for the 66 Chevy Nova. A fun kit to build on its own. A great kit to have on the shelf with multiple other ones, so that you can use the plentiful parts therein. Like I said, definitely have yourself a couple of these on hand. A lot of times you find a kit that you want to put really fat tires on, but A, don't have the fat tires, B, don't have the time to tub out the chassis. Buy yourself one of these kits and all of that stuff is there. And generally you can find these, oops, forgot those 2 pieces. Generally you can find these fairly inexpensively, and they're well worth it. The parts are really great, and there's plenty of them in there that are useful for other projects. I'm going to call it a video at this time. Subscribe if you would like, hit that bell notification, and you will be alerted the instant that our next video is released. Thanks for watching. Party!